guys and gals, Malkuth1974 back at you with another episode of our Kerbal Space Program Kerbalism mod Let's Play. Last time we left you, we lost Casted and Arnie to, I'm still saying a bug. I watched that when I was doing the editing of the video, and I could, maybe I don't know, it didn't seem like I was doing anything wrong. Those parachutes didn't open. I even physically went into the top parachute and tried to open it, and it didn't open. The only thing I can think of is they were destroyed, but I don't think that was the case because they weren't open yet. Didn't even show it was open. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going crazy. But anyway, so we lost them. I've already hired us some more Kerbins here. Again, Kevin is not an astronaut. He's a tourist. They show up in your tourist. We have that one tourist mission that I don't want to cancel it, that I selected by accident a few episodes ago, because then I would lose money. So we got Deedon. I needed another scientist, another pilot, and another engineer. So we got John Burt up here. We got Dunkirk. We got our scientist here. We're all good. Jebediah and Bill, the only original 2 out of the 4 left, so we got that going for us. And I've already gone through the motions that we still need to put a Kerbal in orbit for 30 days, explore Kerbin, which means we have to dock 2 vessels on or around Kerbin, and we need to... I could probably do the fly of VIP. What does they want to go to? They want to orbit around the moon. We can't do that yet. So let's actually look for some more missions here. Let's see. Build a new surface. Put. No, we don't really have anything that we can grab yet. Archives wise, I've done all these missions. Alright, so we need to put the Kerbal in space for 30 days, and we need to do a docking mission. And the only way you can do that is to get some Kerbals up in space, obviously. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to launch this new vessel. This is using the new 3-man, the Mark 1-2 command pod. And it's going to have our 3 Kerbals in it. And we're going to launch this first, and then we're going to launch an Aegina type mission where we're just going to launch a small vessel. It'll probably be this is 2.5 size vessels, by the way. You know, it's gonna allow us to dock. I'm not gonna launch another one of these because it'd be too expensive. But who are we gonna put in here? We might as well put our experienced pilots in here. I kind of want our scientists to get experience because they're gonna need it. So we'll put Haven up there. Haven, scientist, there we go. And so how this vessel is gonna work is I got all of our cool stuff that we need in here. I got our power, our batteries, our oxygen. You can configure these tanks, by the way, to if you want something other than oxygen, like nitrogen, hydrogen, ammonia, carbon dioxide, or oxygen. A lot of that stuff that you saw there, like the ammonia and etc., are stuff that we're going to have to use later. Let me open this again, make sure I put that back to oxygen. I did. We got 2 food canisters in here, which will give us approximately 52 days worth of food, and for 3 Kerbals, that is. And oxygen-wise and water-wise, we have 52 days. Oxygen-wise, we have 125 days. Nitrogen-wise, we're set. Hydrogen doesn't matter. Ammonia, that doesn't matter. We're looking for electric charge. We're looking for that perpetual word there. That means that we have endless amount of energy because of the solar panels. That's what we messed up on when we lost our first 2 originals. So I kind of made sure we had everything. If we go through this again, we have the whole vessel is 79.675 tons. Let's see. It says we have parachutes on engine stage. I don't understand that. Oh, right here. There we go. Get rid of that. Engines jettisoned before use. Let's see. I'm not quite sure about that, but I'm not going to worry about it. Docking port used as decoupler. Docking port is not undocking a controllable vessel. Place a command pod on the part you wish to undock. Yeah, that's just another warning. That doesn't matter. It says electric charge not generated but used. That doesn't make any sense. On food, blah blah. Sometimes I think this engineer thing down here is like a waste of time. But I can tell that we're alright. And I do have parachutes on this. They are actually, I kind of tuck them inside of the pod. I hate when they stick out like that. So I always use the tool move thing to move it inside the pod and you can't actually see it and all that stuff. So let's get this thing on the road and get our guy up there. Put SAS at 10. We'll get this all the way up. There we go. Hope you guys survive. We can't really afford to lose any more Kerbals. So we're gonna launch. And this thing obviously has a lot of TWR because it took off. I probably forgot to actually take that off. So, oops. I always forget something. That's like my new motto. I'm always forgetting something. But anyway, we'll keep running this up. This thing barely has enough. I do still think we're going too fast. Let me slow this down. There we go. Yeah, this pod should have enough fuel to basically get into a very comfortable orbit of Kerbin. Let me go to this again. Doing this as I'm watching this at the same time. So the 30 days, we explore Kerbin, the 2 docks. So yeah, we're gonna get that. We're gonna make that happen here. What are we at? We're already at 41. Look up here, my Apple App says 46, 45. It's just because I had way too much energy to start off with. I'm going to cut this in a second. There we go. Oh. Alright, so let's get rid of that. That kind of gets rid of that. Then we can launch this. Not the way I wanted that to go, but you know, I'm just going to keep adding to the pain. Adding to the pain. I should have had a hotkey set to this, but I didn't. So we can't. Yeah, because I wanted the hotkey to decouple that and then it to kind of launch. Yeah, we'll worry about it when we get into space, I guess. We're at 70,000. We're already in space, basically. At least Apple-Apsis wise, we're in space. I'm just trying to bring our Periapsis up a little bit. Use up this little engine here, because we still have another engine to go here for the actual main service body of this thing. And we have energy for days on this thing. I wasn't even all the way up. Whoops. You can't make this stuff up. That's what I get for doing these videos late at night after I get home from work. Tired and trying to make content videos. What's wrong with me? Alright, so we're at 80. I'm probably going to bring this to 90, then I'm going to kill it. We are going to lose this pretty soon. There we go. 90. And when we get up here, I will do our... Let's see, let's go like that. So this is going to be a rendezvous kind of a video. Alright, there we go. So let this happen. There we go. Now let's just fast forward it. Got 7 seconds burn time on this. Almost there. 5-4. That's good. We're gonna lose this stage. We're gonna use this one. There we go, and we are in space. So, how are we gonna get rid of this thing? I'm just gonna point it downward. I'll make sure I do a hotkey on this next time. A couple nodes, so that thing's gone. I should really want to get rid of the tower thing well before you got into space because, well, it adds weight and takes away some of that action here. So we got these guys in there. They definitely have enough fuel for, shut this, Centaur, 52 days, so we definitely have enough for that. Do have to open these up to get our power recharged. Extend. And if I look at this, our electric charge is 1900, so that should allow us to survive going around the planet on the dark side of it. So there you go. Now I'm going to go right back to the Space Center, and I'm going to design our Aegis. Now, Mission Controller does have an Aegis, not an Aegis, yeah, like its own mission, but we haven't actually got to it yet, so yeah, we kind of have to wait for that. Let me make sure we have it. Sometimes they come back after that. Duna, moon, destination. Oh, and there was one thing I do want to set up. Let's go into Kerbal alarm clock. We're going to set some transfer windows up. I'm going to set them up for Duna. So we're going to change the origin to Kerbin, and we're going to change the target to Duna. So we're 155 days. We'll be launching some probes to those pretty soon. And oh, I want to do one for Eve too. So same thing, we'll set this up. So origin will be Kerbin and Eve, and we're 1 year 57 out. So we're going to actually get the Duna one first, which is awesome. So basically what I'm doing is that we're in the next couple episodes, we're going to be launching some missions to Duna and Eve, but they're going to be unmanned missions. So we actually have to prepare for that by setting up some satellites in space for we can have communications with our probes that are going out that far. Remember, we've been launching all manned stuff, so the communications thing isn't really been affecting us, but we will definitely need that for launching probes to Duna and Eve. So I'll be right back after I get the docking vessel ready. Alright guys, I'm back. So I got the Aegina Type 1 docking craft set. I do have thrusters on here. Let's go over it all. We got RCS thrusters that actually help us dock with our crew up there. We got the solar panels, we got the power, we got some lighting up here. I got monopropellant to help fuel our RCS. We got the docking port, which is the same as the one that's up there. I did actually pack some more food for our guys and some more oxygen for we have a little bit extra. I also added this Mark 1 lander can because it's almost going to be almost like our first base. Kind of not like a space station, but you know, it's going to be something that our crew can kind of go in there. They can hang out there while they're docked up there for 30 days. I thought it'd be cool to add that. It has almost a $30,000 price tag, which is about half the price of what it cost us to launch the 3 crew up into space, and it has a boatload of Delta V. I tried to shrink it down a little bit, and etc. to get it down there, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. So we're gonna launch this up here now. We're gonna make sure there's no crew in it, so I gotta make sure that Jebediah gets taken out. It does have a let me see, let me go to it. We do have, I believe, a probobone or a probobine. I don't remember. I put one of these on here, but it's actually this little thing that's under here. The batteries are on it. You can't really see it right now, but that's what's on there. Another thing I should have checked is, did we grab anything that we can use for science up there? No. Not really. Ooh, we do have... We can use a Gorsat up there. Cool. So we got some science we can do too. Let me break that off. There we go. I didn't know I grabbed that. That's cool. Anything else I'm missing? No, that's for landing. Yeah, so there we go. That added a little bit more money to the vessel, but that's okay because science is everything in a campaign game, especially the early campaign game. You guys want to get as much science as you possibly can. We can actually launch a mission just on Kerbal Space Center where we get a lot of science from. We haven't actually done that yet, but we possibly will be soon. So I think... Oh, I know what I did wrong. Alright, so we have to recover. I know what I did wrong. We don't have any communications with this thing. I almost forgot. So that's the good thing about... We can't really accidentally launch this without the communication stuff. So basically I need antennas is what it comes down to. And I am going to add, where are those? The communications. I'm going to add this one, which allows us to be hooked up 24/7. And I believe I'm going to grab a Communicron. A Commutron, we only need one. And I'm also going to grab this high gain antenna, because this thing probably will be our first real satellite in space. Let's see. That was wrong, that was wrong. So there we go. So there. Yeah, there we go. That makes me a lot happier. Save that again. Now launch. Now we'll be able to control the vessel and do the things that we need to do. There we go. So, SAS, we only have stability assist, which is fine. I should have done this earlier. We got that, we got that. Everything looks stage fine. So let's... Oh, actually, we can't quite launch yet. So we got to find out where our Centaur is. These are the crew guys up there. We're right here, they're here. So we just basically launched a little while ago. So I'm going to bring them around. And I'm going to wait until they get to about the tip here. There we go. And now I'm going to launch, and that way we will have a pretty easy way of rendezvousing with them. Renivis or Renavas or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. There we go. Launching away. Get this guy up there with its Gorsat ready to go to give us some precious science while we're up there. We're gonna achieve our goal of what is it? Explore Kerbal, because we're going to dock with another vessel. And I'm going to do this at 80. Here we go. There's our gravity turn started. Put that back down. All works out good. There we go. Launching through the clouds. Alright guys, I kind of fast forward us a little bit ahead for we don't have to watch another boring kind of launch. Basically to the separation part, and when we're going to actually meet up with the our crew there. Don't get too discouraged by the little burn up there, that it's not going to really cause us any problems. We're at 67, 69, and I'm going to flatten out our trajectory a little bit here, where we're gaining more of periapsis than we are of apoapsis. I'm going to go to the toggle map, and I'm going to see where we are. I'm going to actually target this guy. You can see how close we're going to actually be. And we'll go over this a little bit more in a second. There we go. The problem with what our height is right now, we're not quite there yet. Let me bring this up a tad. There we go. We are at 91, so I'm going to actually lose this fairing here. There we go. Don't have to worry about the these not working. They're automatically working already. And we're going to have to do our maneuver here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the best part where we're going to meet up the closest, which is going to be, I could do it really early and do a rendezvous on the dark side, but I don't really want to do it on the dark side, just for you guys, the viewing. So I'm going to actually do it when we're on the light side here, and we're at 4.6 kilometers, 2 kilometers, so that'll work. There we go. We'll wait here. And we got 22-second estimated burn. That's probably incorrect. So like I said, I could have easily rendezvoused here really early, but we would have been on the dark side of the planet, and I just don't want to do it. I would normally do it if I was playing by myself and I wasn't actually doing a video showing you guys, because I can see it pretty good from my point of view, but once this video gets uploaded to YouTube, the darkness makes it very hard for us to see. I don't know, it's some weird, YouTube's always been that way, so it's kind of a weird thing. So let's get this up to the 22, which means we have to launch at what, 11 seconds? We got to cut that 22 in half, and that will give us a better, hopefully, meetup time. So here we go. Bring this up here like that. And I'm going to start paying attention to this by itself here in a second. We should start seeing it come up here. One thing I do want to do first, though, is, you might not believe it, but I do want to get... Well, you know what? No, we'll keep it. Let's keep it up there. I was going to get rid of that, but heck with that. Let's just do this. Alright. So, if we look at here, we didn't actually do very well with our meeting here. That's because I waited that few seconds and messed things up. But what I'm going to do is see if I can fix this, because we still want to do this rendezvous, and we do want it to be right there. So I'm going to bring it around, change things up a little bit. See, again, I can meet them here, but that's we definitely don't want to do that. What are we at here? We're at 91. There we go. We're at 3.9. We are at 3.2. That's about as close as we're going to get right now. Let me make sure that we're not going to re-enter the atmosphere. We're at 93 and 85. There we go. So we just have to wait until we get across the planet. We'll catch up to them. I could do it here again, but we're not going to do it because it's going to be on the dark side, and we don't want to play on the dark side. We'll be just coming out of the dark side over here, but it'll be a lot easier. Again, it'll only be 2.9 separation. That'll take me only a few seconds. So the one thing we want to look at here, and I'm going to stop it right here, is that if we look at this, our speed here, it's changed to the target. That is our target's, that's actually the difference between our speed and the target speed. And when we do a rendezvous, the way I do them at least, you want to have, we want to basically zero this out when we get to this point here. It'll make it a lot easier for us to actually catch up to them. So I'm going to zero it out. Kind of play with it a little bit. I'm going to move my mouse around. I'm just going to go like that. Like that. If you guys want to learn a little bit more how to rendezvous, I do have an older video on how to do this. It hasn't changed much, so it hasn't changed at all really. And as many people do it many different ways. The way I do it isn't as efficient as they would do it at NASA. NASA, they would do it in much less burns, but this is the easiest way to do it, I think, using just your nav ball. So we're looking at my nav ball right now. So since we have the pod selected, we have a target reticle for it. So this target reticle means right now my ship is directly pointing at my target vessel. So basically think of this as the prograde towards the target vessel. Over here, I am directly pointing away from the vessel. But I'm going to show you a way I do it. It's a little bit different, and it works every time. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase my speed towards the target. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to get it up to about 20. There we go. And if you notice right now, my prograde and my target pointing are in the same kind of like matched up. That means I'm directly heading for it at 20 ms faster than what the target is doing. And if you look up here, you can see that we're going to hit about 0.07 kilometers when we actually do get close to them. I explain this stuff a lot better in that video, but I mean it's the best way I can explain it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn away from the vessel, and this is where it gets inefficient on how I do it, but you guys can just kind of do it. What you're going to see what's going to end up happening is if I do some time compression, you're going to see that this is the exact opposite. So now I'm pointing away, so this is the retrograde, and this is the retrograde towards the vessel. So you can see it's kind of leaning away. That means I'm kind of sliding. You know, you could put your two hands together and you just take them apart. That's what we're doing with the vessel right now. We're kind of sliding away. If we could stay in one space together, we would end up that way, but we're actually sliding away because that's how orbital mechanics actually works. So what I do is, even though, because we still have to slow down again, so we're doing 17.3 and we're slowly losing that. That's because we're on the opposite end of it, of the prograde with the thing, so we're actually losing ground with him, but we won't get to that. I'm going to actually line this back up with that as much as I possibly can, just to kind of save me some delta V. And if you look here, I'm now 1 kilometer away from them when I do it. Hope that made sense to you guys. You have to bleed off your speed anyway. So what I ended up doing is once I got to a sufficient spot where we were separated, I actually fixed that problem and used my bleeding off to actually realign us to the vessel. So let's just kind of get a little bit closer here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go to this mode, and we should be, I'm going to stay on the retro burn here, the retrograde burn, and we should see, but we're kind of coming in on the sun here, so it's going to be a little bit hard to see it because the sun is glaring in on us. So let me, he should be right there. They should be right there. Where are you? I can't believe the sun is that glaring. Yeah. Oh, I see what I did. We are... I don't know. That was kind of weird. I can't really explain that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go like this a little bit more. I'm going to bleed off the rest of our target thing. I was trying to talk to you guys too much, so I probably just flew by it. You guys, when you use Kerbalism, I must also say that Kerbalism takes away... Oh, there it is, right there. Kerbalism takes away the target reticle, so you can't actually see the vessel until you actually get there. So I'm just going to kind of give us a little bit more speed here. 4.1, 4.2. Right there. I'm going to turn again. I'm going to go to the retrograde. You can see we're all lined up again. And I'm just going to kind of wait until we reach him. Coming up on him pretty quickly here. That is our pod. I don't know what happened last time. I was probably just misreading it. But, yeah. I'm going to slow down to 0. That way I am matching speed with my target. And I'm going to keep it on the retro because... There we go. So now I'm 0, 0. And that means I am completely matched speed with my target. So now I'm going to turn the RCS on. And I'm going to use the IK, what is it, the IJKL for rotation, and the H and N for forward and back. I'm going to see how these are actually kind of corresponding here. Let me see. It's hard to tell on this little vessel. So that goes that way, that goes that way. Alright, I guess I can deal with that. I'm not 100% sure. Let me actually turn these off because that's kind of a pain in the butt. I can actually dock vessels without RCS now. I mean, I've been doing it for years basically, because I'm just so used to it. But yeah, I'll show you guys with RCS. I usually forget to put the RCS on 90% of the time. So RCS back on. I'm just gonna kind of back us away a little bit. You get us away from the docking node. I'm gonna put us back at 0. Try to at least. Hard telling, not knowing which way is up. Okay, that's sideways. Alright, there we go. I'm just gonna kinda bring us over. Keep bringing us over. So a lot of times your rotation's messed up, but it doesn't seem to be the case here. So my L key is definitely sending me this way. My JK will send me back this way. My I key will make me go... Looks down. My key's making me go up. Okay, yeah. Slow down a tad. So you can see if I target this port, that now this circle right here represents the port. So if I can line this up as good as I can, nobody said it was ever easy to do docking. And you can see I'm kind of moving in on it. I'm kind of a little bit wobbly because I have this extra part on. If I didn't have that extra part on, we might be a little bit better off, but I'm going to try to get us lined up with that. There we go. And I'm just going to H it right here. Hopefully, we'll get quite a hookup here. It's not perfect, but it might work. I'm going to hit the SES to shut that off, where we kind of twist and shout the night away. And there we go. We're docked. We docked with our Agena craft. And if we look at our goals here, we can see that it tells us recent accomplishments. We've done that. We got this up here. Will tell us it's like a vessel handshake with minimum shaking in our hands. Congratulations. So we've completed finally the Explore Kerbin thing, which helps us dock. We still have to do the 30 days with the Kerbals in space. So we're gonna do that. What am I at time here? We're at 33 minutes. Oh well, I guess the video. Well, I guess we can finish it. Let's try to finish it. So I'm just gonna go to the Space Center. I won't land it for you guys this time. I'll start the. We'll just finish this mission here. I think we have to actually land. Let me grab these two. I hate it when the videos run over 30 minutes. To be honest with you guys. And we're already at 33. I guess I really can't cut anything out because it's kind of important. So if we look at our Centaur Mark 1, it's only been up there for an hour, so we got quite a ways to go. So I'm just going to kind of super fast forward it here. We're at 10 days, 12, 30, 19, 21, 26. So that should have been 30 days. We should have got the alarm here. We did. The mission was a success. Put a guy in space. So there we go. That mission's done too. And that's it for this episode, guys. So we finally accomplished the 30-day mission for our Kerbals. Etc., etc. We're all good on that. And we did the... What else did we do? We did the other one, which was the docking one. We actually prematurely finished... let's go into... crap, I didn't want to go in here. Last episode, we prematurely finished one of the missions, which I believe was the Voshkov mission, but then the crew died after it, but the mission was already complete before that happened, so nothing major came from there. Science data, where is it? Yeah, so we got Vostok 1, 2, the Voshkot 2. So yeah, it shouldn't have completed the land thing, but it actually accepted the land on another mission that we did where we landed. So that's what kind of gave us that mission. So there we go. We're at 99. We're almost at 1,000,000 again. We had to buy some more Kerbals. No Kerbals died, thankfully, yet in this Let's Play of this actual mission. So we'll bring those guys back home next time, and we'll have to find some more missions to go to because we're running out of stuff. Oh, we got the launch of the Luna 2 now. Oh, we'll get into that next time. I'm gonna actually. Oh, and look, the Aegina vehicle orbital test finally came up. You believe that? That's the mission controller one, by the way. So I'll probably do that one on my own without you guys. And next episode we'll do the Luna 2 moon mission, which is a pretty cool mission. So until next time, guys, it's Malkuth 1974. We'll see you later. Malkuth out of here.